This has been one long, miserable winter. Thank God for New York City art openings.
Oh, look who it is! All dressed up. It's the artist and the Mrs. Artist. How are you doing, Becky and Kurt?
How was the drive?
It wasn't bad at all.
Look at it.
Kurt and Becky, did you, I guess you drove into New York?
Yeah.
Nice little car.
Well, we thought we could park it right here by the gallery. You know.
You must be doing pretty well with your career.
So.
Okay, let's go get some meat. Oh yeah. Yowza! Look at that. Oh, thank you so much. That was delicious.
Of the many pleasures of a New York City art opening, there are three that instantly jump to mind. The first is the massive consumption of food and/or alcoholic beverages. If I had known Kurt was going to pay for my lunch, I would have gotten the half chicken instead of the quarter chicken, but c'est la vie. The second is the chance to interact with all your fellow art lovers, many of them stylishly attired and of great visual interest. And of course, peering at the artwork itself is often somewhat rewarding in its own right. We got to his gallery a little before the opening, which gave me a great chance to see his work.
Amazing.
Kurt really is one talented and hardworking guy. His paintings are gorgeous evocations of the beauty of the world. He and Becky live on the Puget Sound in Washington State. It's a place that he clearly loves. Kurt's mother has roots out there and explained about a recurring image in Kurt's work, a yellow boat.
You can see there are a lot of yellow boats in our life. My father in 1933 rowed the yellow boat across Commencement Bay from Tacoma to Vashon Island, Maury Island, like this.
How far is that?
5 miles?
Yeah.
And then it was varnished then, and it got lost, and nobody could find it. So from then on, when they finally found it, they painted it yellow so it could be seen when it got lost in the tides out in the Puget Sound. So that's why the yellow boat is yellow.
I am very fond of every member of the Solmssen family.
One of the most poignant moments in a family is when the parents meet their son at his art opening in New York. Notice how they're just falling over each other with emotional...
But I have to admit, my favorite is probably this wonderful woman from whose loins Kurt sprang some decades ago. She is definitely my go-to source to find out about the artist as a young man.
Now, what was Kurt like as a child? Was he an ornery cuss or?
He was very special. A little difficult at times, but oh so cute.
Did he have a tiny little mustache as a baby, or?
He had lots of black curls, and he got bitten on his mouth once. Right in his mouth was an ant, and I didn't believe him. So I marched him up the street to see why he was telling me he'd got bitten by an ant. And there were ants there, great big biting ants. And he had blood right there.
Do you know his most vivid childhood memory of school was watching The Passion of Christ performed by ants, a movie? Isn't that true, Kurt?
You certainly remembered it.
At Episcopal Academy?
Yes, there was a story, a movie with ants in it. Maybe that's why I remember it so well, is I had been bitten by an ant. I leaned down and I was going to spit on this carpenter ant. And the surprise for me was that it could jump up on the spit and grab hold of my lip and bite me.
Kurt's beautiful wife, Becky, is the mother of their 2 beautiful daughters, and at one time used to model for him. In one of those astonishing moments of kismet that sometimes occur when a documentarian's camera is rolling, Becky revealed to me a very dark secret.
Becky, why aren't you posing more for your husband?
Because he tortures me.
Whoa! Okay. Go ahead. Just say, help me. Help me. Help me.
Kurt's dad is a very successful lawyer and novelist.
I was just thinking about your novel, A Princess in Berlin, as I shoveled snow this morning.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that was a heck of a good book.
Thank you very much.
You have 2 lawyer sons,
That's
correct?
correct, yes.
And then the black sheep of the family.
Well, he's not the black sheep, he's the artist.
Yeah, and you're an artist and a lawyer.
I'm an artist and a lawyer.
Yeah. Do you think that your example of being a writer may have been part of what got Kurt interested in a creative life?
Yes, I hope so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I bet it did.
He's always a very talented little boy.
Kurt's 2 brothers followed their dad into the legal profession.
Oh, no, is this one of these YouTube things that you do? You're not going to ask me.
I want to do that. Do you purposely dye your hair gray to make yourself look like an adult?
It makes me look more distinguished, yes.
Ginny Naudé is a renowned sculpture conservator.
What's your relationship to Kurt?
My relationship to Kurt?
You're his godmother, right?
My husband is his godfather.
I haven't heard Kurt say any kind of Lord's Prayer.
No, that's because Klaus never gave him a Bible.
Well, isn't that what he was supposed to do?
That's what he was supposed to do, and you see, he forgot, and everything's been downhill since then.
Where is Klaus these days?
He's riding.
What's that?
He's riding his horse.
He can't leave his horse.
Horse? Does he really have a horse?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that the bond is really tight.
And he's spending all his time with a horse?
That's right. Baxter, a guy horse.
About an hour into the opening, the artist Edgar Gerrans strolled in. Edgar, Kurt, and I were classmates at the Pennsylvania Academy back in the day. Edgar and I went out and tried to persuade people at other galleries to come and see our friend Kurt's show.
Good. Oh, you should go see our friend Kurt's show before you get there. He won't even let you sit on those chairs.
Tell me where I should go. Right there. He went to the school with us.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Edgar noticed a group of art students.
Painting? Graphic design?
Graphic design. Painting.
And being a very caring guy, took them under his wing.
I'm doing this, I'm actually putting together.
Skipping class.
But they are students, and I'm telling them some rules. I'm actually putting together the 10 rules of realism. And you know,
All right, wait, I got to interrupt. All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, how charismatic is Edgar?
10.
For real?
Yes! We'd love to have him as a teacher.
Your bullshit meters, they're not going off the hook?
how charismatic is John?
0. Oh, wait, 11, all right.
The gallery owner and I seemed to achieve an instant rapport.
So what's your name, young man?
George Billis.
Ah, you're the eponymous George Billis Gallery?
Yes. This is our 3rd show with Kurt, actually. It's just beautiful to me. I just love the coloration. I just love the beautiful blues and the oranges and the greens. I mean, he's a genius at using green, which is a very, very, very difficult color to use.
And how many years have you been in business?
My own entity, 14 years in March.
Really? How old are you? Just, I've been joking.
44.
44?
Yeah.
Whoa. Are there any signs of rebounding in the New York economy?
No, not just yet.
Really?
So, no.
Did Bernie Madoff ever buy anything from you?
No.
Okay.
If you want to have a good time, nothing beats a New York City art opening. But the fun comes at a steep price for artists like Kurt.
It took many years for my friend Kurt Solmssen to climb the ladder of success. He's still climbing. Wait.